Cave. Are you ready? You have 0 viewers. Welcome to the Snot Cave. You're tuned in live, yeah? Flat Earth Early Bird episode Who Even Cares, yeah? Moaning scumbags, let's go! Where my scumbags at? I see the track, it's empty again. 0 viewers, but I still pretend. The truth lives here inside my skull. I'm live and I am never dull, yeah? Everybody rogue it up, hit that light. Rogging it up, rogging it up. 1,000 downs, but that's not enough. Rogging it up, rogging it up. Rumble shot dead, but he's begging love. Snot cave glowing, screen light blue. Talking to ghost like there's somebody new. Tartaria mud floods the vibes on mine. Band every troll and I'm feeling fine. Yeah. Owen said this, so it must be true. Alex screamed it, now I'm screaming too. Astro project when the stream gets slow. Float above the flat earth down below. Yeah. Hit the light, come on. Check the counter, everybody's gone. 1,000 rogues down across the screen. Biggest ratio that you've ever seen. Yeah. Why don't they see what I see? Why won't they send that energy? Every man's an act of love. Every download's not enough. 3, 2, 1. Drop it! Hands up! Let me hear you breathe! Let what that world believe! Focus it up! Focus it up! Focus it up! Yeah! Just at his bed, but the bass is clean. Bigger show that no one's seen. Streaming truth into the void. Every view of pay and destroy, yeah. They never donate, never subscribe, but I'm the realest one alive. Matt stays fat, the drop stays heavy. 1 man festival, always ready, yeah. When my numbers sitting in a 3, 2 photos of bots and 1 is meme on his scumbags tuned in from the other side. Restream chat is 10,000 wide, yeah. He doesn't even know. Got my takes from Owens Bond, got my rage from InfoWars, begging likes from an empty room while 1,000 thumbs are pointing now like boom, yeah. They don't bother me. The downvotes don't bother me. I don't care about the scumbags, yeah? Hit the like if you're watching. Someone hit the like. Yeah? Someone has left the chat. They left me here, but I'm still strong. The map is flat, the stream goes on. Ban them, love them, begging them. Broken thing, broken thing, broken thing.
Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2579. I'm your host Arwin. And before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I could really use it. Right. Well, as you can see, I'm not wearing my sweater, so yeah, it is pretty warm and sunny today. It's a bit of wind too, but I mean, in the sun it's really nice. It's a much warmer color too. Sun, it's just warmer light. It just really stands out. And yeah, the sky is, well, it's not clouded, but it's a bit hazy because there are trails being left all over the place. Like you can even tell with the webcam, there are lines because they are spraying. It's not super thick. That with the wind it is gonna mostly disperse, but it's not clear, crystal clear blue. Let's just say it like that. But yeah, it is overall nice and sunny. A bit of wind, it's not super warm, but I mean it's nice though. And tons of people are walking outside, and a bunch of kids over there. Because yeah, yesterday it was like people were not too eager walking outside. Also because of like chances of rain and all that here and there. But yeah, there's no chance of that the way it looks. It's just overall very nice. Got that feeling like spring is coming back. Although, yeah, there's little buds. Like even the cherry tree, the cherry blossom. Is it cherry? The blossoming tree right in front here is already making buds. They haven't opened yet, of course, but it's growing. And yeah, I mean, springtime is right around the corner, and looking forward to it. I wonder if another bee is gonna fly in, because that seems to be a daily occurrence during the show now. Right, beautiful. Right, hello. It is Wednesday, the 18th of March 2026. Today is like a county voting day here. Gemeenteraadsverkiezingen. Let's see how it actually translates properly. Municipal elections. Okay. That wouldn't be the word that I would have thought it would be, but okay, I guess municipal elections is what is today. Call it county elections. I don't know. It's called municipal elections. It's not a word I would typically use. As you can hear, I've kind of have trouble pronouncing it because I've never used that before. But yeah, municipal elections today here in the Netherlands. I've already voted because at a point with my social worker, and well, the voting booth was actually in the building, so I just like, okay, well, I'm here, I'll just do it right now. Already voted. Forum for Democracy, of course. It's kind of funny because social worker was even saying like, oh, you still vote? He isn't doing that. Apparently he has no trust in it, saying that like it's basically all being run by corporations anyway. It's kind of funny to hear that from your social worker, but I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna like thoroughly disagree with him, but I just like Forum for Democracy, and if we're gonna have some sort of representative, even if they can't really accomplish everything, I'd still rather have them, because they've been such truthers. Right? So if you're not going to be in control, then at least have some well. And now especially with the Iran crisis, it's going to get even worse. And they're going to try to ram through digital ID, probably just like in the US, and because of this. And we might have to nex it. And Forum for Democracy would be the guys to do that, so... Right. Anyway. Yeah, looks like OBS is completely stable today. That's great. On this Wednesday, the 18th March. Did I check out the weather? No. Right, yeah, anyway, it is Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2026. Gotta check. 14 degrees Celsius with 40% humidity, 16 kilometers an hour wind, and 0% precipitation. And looks like tomorrow is going to be even warmer, 16 degrees Celsius. With completely sunny. So that's great. And then after that's going to cool off again a bit. We'll see where that goes, but let's just enjoy the couple of sunny days here again. I think Rumble might be lagging a bit. It's not a problem though. Right. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. Good morning. Let's see if there's any noteworthy new development out there. I've been looking around, but not a lot. I mean, a bunch of lawyers are still like going after like the corona situation, like all the damage that was done and just all the criminal stuff that was blatantly happening, and they're going after it, and it's seeming to make some headway. It's great. There is progress with it. Yeah, CIA is getting scrutinized because of their recent release, which included geoengineering. So they're getting accused of like, well, poisoning the skies, which technically they did. It might still be happening like that. At least that's in the United States, and I mean it is worldwide. So it's just a lot of things rolling out. It is really like an apocalypse. A lot of things are getting revealed, and it's a giant turnaround. The Iran crisis is also turning around the geopolitical financial structures. There's just a lot of upheaval. And I mean, that is technically something to worry about. Because, why? Because of, logically, the tactical situation. When empires are about to lose a lot of power, they usually like make their final moves, like to try to hold on. So I'm kind of worried. I mean, I don't know if it's really gonna happen, but like, yeah, the US could make a couple of really dark, unexpected moves to try to like force the world to hold together and to not abandon the petrodollar, etc. But I mean, can they still do that, or do they still have the internal cohesion even in the cabinet and everything and to do that? Or do they literally have no other choice but to just let it all evaporate, and so that they would have to reorganize? Right? But I mean, it does really look like it's the end of the American empire. And yeah, I found Greg Reese made another video that yeah, points this all out. So I'm gonna play that for a bit. A good video from Greg Reese. So here, let's play that.
Despite having the world's most powerful navy, the United States cannot force the Strait of Hormuz open, which every U.S. military expert knew would be closed if Iran was attacked. This is why the U.S. Navy is miles away, and it is why America's NATO allies are refusing to participate. The Iranians may have suffered the brutal shock and awe of the United States military, But they have been preparing for decades, and as the US is already running low on weapons, Iran has plans for a long-term asymmetrical war, a defensive fight for their very existence. Iran has the moral high ground. And Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, who is wanted by the International Criminal Court for war crimes. With a smile on his face, the President of the United States has said that it's fun to kill the Iranians and that they are genetically inferior. By any historical standard, America has never had a president speak in such a manner. It has been while ongoing U.S.-Iran nuclear talks were taking place in Geneva, Israel launched major airstrikes against Iran, followed by the U.S. Iran and the U.S. began negotiations again in Geneva early last February, and Iran agreed to degrade its nuclear stockpiles. 2 days after negotiations ended, Trump attacks Iran. Deceptive diplomacy has been used to attack Iran twice in the past year. It would be unreasonable for them to trust anything that the US and Israel have to say. And it only encourages Iran to develop nuclear weapons, which they have yet to do. During the Korean War, the United States targeted the civilian population, killing approximately 20% of them, and destroyed nearly every major city in a scorched earth strategy, which included targeting dams to destroy the agricultural economy. This resulted in North Korea developing their own nuclear deterrent, a predictable outcome to an existential threat. And Trump...
I never even knew that about the Korean War. Like, holy shit. Just killed 3 million civilians? What the fuck? I guess it was before my time, but holy shit, is that brutal. Like, insane. I never even knew it was that bad. God. Anyway.
Trump recently admitted what the whole world already knows, that Israel has their own nuclear weapons. So why on earth would Iran not want to build their own? The U.S. Director of National Intelligence, Joe Kent, just submitted his letter of resignation. He wrote Trump that it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful lobby, and illustrated how, early in this administration, high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States, and that should you strike now, there was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie, and is the same tactic the Israelis used to draw us into the disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands. He ended his resignation by writing, "I pray that you will reflect upon what we are doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold action is now. You can reverse course and chart a new path for our nation, or you can allow us to slip further toward decline and chaos. You hold the cards." On the subject of Israel, the U.S. public discourse has changed dramatically. How this can overcome AIPAC's influence over an Epstein-compromised Congress is yet to be seen. But our founding fathers would certainly argue that a government of criminal child rapists should be abolished rather than allowed to drag the entire world into chaos and war. Trump is not known for being a reasonable man when it comes to humility. And as Alexander Dugin recently wrote, Trump is now totally free. Nothing can destroy his reputation more than it is destroyed already. No publication of Epstein files concerning his alleged criminal actions can make his image worse. Greg Reese reporting.
So yeah. Pretty on target. I mean, I didn't even know he was basically, he said the details of that. Must have slipped by me, or maybe I just try to put it out of my mind because it's just so crazy that he would have said these things. Ugh. Goody. The Pentagon is looking to mass produce a kamikaze drone. So they're gonna start building these types of drones that Iran has been using. Similar. I mean, great. Not, yeah, I mean, of course, not so great, but I mean, that'll be a lot cheaper than just these defense missiles that are extremely expensive and not even that effective anymore, at least. They don't work against hypersonic missiles, etc. But I mean, yeah, what this will mean, this is my prediction, is that US will seem to sort of retract from the Middle East, but then all of a sudden ISIS, Al-Qaeda, these groups, right, the Sunni groups that are also sort of Israel's allies, sort of, they will suddenly start attacking things, and they will be using these drones from the US. Because, I mean, what else would they need them for? Except maybe national defense, but I mean, yeah, they're not gonna just mass produce it just to have some defense. That would be wise too, because I mean, the way things are going, the US might actually risk at some point getting attacked with an army in this point of decline, especially if they're gonna make things even worse and aggravate more, make more wars. So yeah, but that's my little prediction. I mean, it's not difficult to predict that. It's just, I like to be early with these things. So yeah, if they're now gonna produce these cheaper type of kamikaze drones, you'll probably start seeing them in the coming decade popping up with Al-Qaeda, ISIS forces, right, what's in Syria and all that, but that entire area, and that's where they'll start popping up. So yeah, because I don't think that the US is just gonna leave the Middle East in peace. They're not gonna do that. Because they'll want to try to get it back, right? And if they won't be given it back, then they support terrorists until people start to invite them over. But I mean, it's very likely that Russia is kind of gonna take over their function, as they did with Syria. And then it's gonna basically be the US through ISIS against Russia and the standing nations, and that's gonna be the new wars situation in the Middle East in the coming decade, I bet. So that's my prediction. It's not gonna be over, right? Unless somebody actually makes a move on the US. which is like never even happened before. Not since the Civil War, or not since the original War of Independence. So yeah, heavy. Right, because I do think that if the US like gets taken by foreign forces, the wars in the Middle East will probably stop very quickly. Because all the weaponry that is being used there is all coming from the US. Like either on Israel's side or on supposed terrorist group sides. No, they're not supposed, they are terrorist groups. Like ISIS and Al Qaeda. Like that, they're all armed by US weapons. So if the US basically gets taken, well then that stops. They will run out and then there will be peace. But yeah, I don't know if the US is really gonna be attacked like that. Not anytime soon. The decline would have to keep going and going and going. Right. It's more urgent to figure out like how long is it gonna take before Trump either steps down, which nobody anticipates he will do because it's not in his character to do that, or that he gets deposed. And then when that happens, then like people can better assess like where things are gonna go with the US. Right. So yeah, that's my forecast. Hope you all appreciate it. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking it. Oh, the troll. Armies arrived with their all important. Oh god. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I watched a big chunk of yesterday's show back, and it was perfectly fluid, even with camera. So, yeah, whatever. Oh. Okay, I think OBS might actually just be... It was just one moment where it went down, but it seems to be working just fine. Right, anyway. Was this item I just thought? No, do that. Yeah, these things. What am I gonna call today's show? Yeah, I was listening yesterday to Alex Jones' show, and Alex wasn't on. It was just a whole bunch of different guests. Mike Adams was there again. I mean, he's like a real statecraft kind of guy. He loves to talk about that. Oh, real viruses and real Terminator robots and nukes and space stuff. But he did actually kind of like echo what I was saying. Like, yeah, Trump needs to be deposed. It's the first time I've heard anybody like on InfoWars say something like that. And I mean, Mike, he does have a little bit of influence. Like, he is actually kind of respected. So that was like, whoa, okay. Yeah. I really think it's gonna happen at some point. I mean, I did see it in my vision very distinctly. It's like this very crystal clear moment. One of the few. And for me, it's now become relevant talking about it because, like, yeah, 6 years ago, I was sort of like, yeah, I saw this, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because it's like, I mean, Trump's doing just fine back then. Well, not really great, but I mean, it was like, yeah, no reason to really do that. But now with this situation, there's a point for me to bring it up because now people would understand. Because he's changed so much and basically gone crazy. It's like deafened himself to any criticism or anybody telling him to stop. And I mean, it's gonna get worse, and then at some point, yeah, he will probably just be forced out of power, made to step down, potentially at gunpoint, as they say. So, yeah. I wonder when that's gonna happen. Right. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, also kind of weird. There's a lot of talk still about the whole Netanyahu, is he dead or not? And people are like, oh, the tenacious rumors about him being dead. Clearly he's not dead. Well, still, it's not been super obvious. Let's see if anything new. Right. All right. Yeah, not bumping into anything really noteworthy. What's that? Oh yeah. Operation Epstein Fury. They call it Epstein Fury, but I mean it's more like Epstein Furry. Seems more appropriate. Right. Yeah. It's interesting. Yesterday, been visiting Earth Awakenings. Had some good discussions there. It was really late though, but these ballers there are sort of ballers. I mean, mainstream thinkers with science. And they kept insisting for like, they just wouldn't stop. Saying that the scientific method, it has correlations, is part of the scientific method, yet they weren't able to cite it. Not even once. They kept deflecting, kept saying, oh, you just don't understand. And like, I don't even understand why they try to hold on to that so badly. Because, I mean, if there's some element that is a correlation, then it turns out not to be a cause of the effect, well, then it's a null result, and then it's not going to be relevant, right? I mean, if there's a piece of established science, like where the scientific method was applied, and it turns out that it is the cause of the effect, that's going to be noted. You're not going to note everything that isn't causing the effect, because that's like potentially infinite amount of things. And there's no point to it. You don't need to have them as a control variable because they literally do not cause the effect. So then there's no need for control because they're not actually causing anything. And I had to explain these things and got talked over a lot. And the people, yeah, those people just didn't want to hear it. It's ridiculous that after like a decade of talking about this, that they're still just holding on to this stupid thing. And just not recognizing the exact nature of the scientific method. It's bizarre. Anyway, it's kind of good to discuss that sort of thing. I mean, I don't really do it that often, but it is a reoccurring subject. Because the ballers, they just will never learn with it. Looks like the trolls have deposited their downvotes and gone and fucked off. Good. Piss off. Nobody needs you here. Nobody cares that you do this. Like, nobody. Let's see. I'm gonna put in the title. Right, so let's put all of this in the title. Municipal voting day. US Empire's end. My visions now have become relevant to share. And the scientific method has no correlations in it. Yeah. Pretty much summarizes it. Because it's like really nice when it's cold. Kind of keeps you boosted, but it's gonna be less pleasant to be under its influence when it's warmer, so I'm gonna build it down. but it's worked just fine. I've never I never expected to be so tolerant to coffee because I wasn't really handling it all that well. But it seems like since I've diluted it, meaning that I literally take less coffee scoops per proportion, that yeah, that my system is tolerating it a lot better. Because I used to get like actually sick from it, like really feel sick. Got like stomach cramps and all that. It was, yeah, I mean, I talked about it in the past, but it's not happening now. Yeah. So I think it's just been drinking it too strong. Okay, well, if nobody's gonna show up in the chat, I think I might just round out early. Or maybe I'll just check out Earth Awakening, see what they're up to. There is a ton of people in. Oh god, Cuddles. Ugh. Yeah. No. Or maybe I'll do it though. Why not? I haven't like done it in like a long time. But I mean, I got a bunch of complaints from people that they didn't like it when I did that. I don't really know why. I mean, had some pretty good segments there. Like with the panels. Also, I have to say, guys, like, I don't even know if they're still watching, but I'm kind of sad. Like, I'm kind of sad that, like, Gaining Wisdom isn't, like, showing up anymore. I don't know if he's still even listening. He might just be way too busy. Like, taking care of his mother and all that. But, yeah, I mean, I do miss you guys. It is getting kind of lonely here. And I hope you're all doing well. It would be nice to hear from you again. Maybe, yeah, one of you could, like, get on and be part of the show. Although it's, like, very early for you guys. Right? Or, hey, if you want to do a Night Owl show, if there's, like, things you want to talk about with me, you got some input you want to share. Right? I haven't done a Night Owl show in quite some time. Like, last time I talked with Blue Pilled Evolution, he said that he might do a Night Owl show again. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, I do miss the interaction. It has been really vacant here. Which is weird because, I mean, in the past I've been much more aggressive than I am now, really. And yeah, I mean, of course, the last time I was kind of like, you had the misunderstanding with viscosity. That was kind of stupid. But yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it could also be because you guys just don't really care for these subjects, the geopolitics. It's just that for me personally, it's really relevant because of the visions. It's like my spirit was invested in this situation like decades ago when I didn't even understand it at all. Like forced into this. And so talking about this and mentioning my vision is a way to like also resolve it. I would really like to move on, but because of the visions, it's like tied into it, and it's just I can't look away. Basically, I can't just let it go. And I mean, there's probably plenty of people that are like, okay, I'm letting this go. I don't care anymore. Like Flat Earth Sage, I know that he really doesn't give a shit. So, and I'm sorry that I'm talking about geopolitics so much. I mean, if there would be more people that would actually come by and, I don't know, ask questions about Flat Earth or make mentions, have a conversation with me, I would probably talk more about Flat Earth related subjects. But if nobody's going to show up in my chat, except for trolls, maybe, then for me, there's just very little incentive to bring up Flat Earth as a subject. Because there aren't any really new developments. Except sometimes for like nonsense type articles. I did bump into something yesterday. It was just an X post, and then you can't really tell whether it's real or not. That is also a thing that since the whole freaking AI shit has broken loose, you just bump into all kinds of things, and sometimes it's just, or not just sometimes, like regularly, it's just completely nonsense. It's just nonsense made up. A complete fake news story about like things that seem really interesting, and it's just completely made up bullshit. And that's tedious. It makes things difficult. And I think it's actually causing a lot of people to be less interested. It's kind of funny because when it all kind of like started to roll out, I did call that. Said like, yeah, if it's all going to be filled with AI nonsense, people are just going to not be interested anymore. It's going to degrade attention on social media. Because people don't want to bump into these bullshit. They hate that. Right? At first it might be like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and then you realize like it's just made up bullshit, and then it like that's irritating. A lot of people get really irritated by that. So it's not good. Like AI is actually like making social media engagement decline, I think. And maybe there's like enthusiasts about it that are really getting more involved than ever, but a lot of like the old guard that was really using social media and the internet for learning and communication and trying to figure things out, I think on average they are actually retracting because it's just become full of bullshit more than usual. It's harder to find anything real. Right. Yeah, anyway. I'm not going to use AI. I am not AI, of course. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. So I hope to always still provide something that is real ideas. And I'll be very honest about it, what I think, and like the level of evidence that I have about it. Right? Because when I talk about my visions, I know, yeah, that's not really proof of anything. But I am very certain, I believe in what I saw. And I'm still like in awe of the entire experience. Although a lot of it was really fucked up to go through. So yeah, I hope that I can keep you your attention, and but I mean, some more actual engagement during the live show would really help a lot. Because it's not easy to fill like an hour every damn day like this. Having somebody to interact with helps a lot. Right. But yeah, I mean, I know that basically the flat earth awakening period is kind of over. So there's just less people engaging. And a lot of people don't really have the time anymore because economies suck out there and people don't have time to spare now. Let alone money to spare for support. So I get it. Like, I'm not gonna get angry. All the guys that have been like really loyal supporter for years, I understand that you're basically not doing that anymore. I hope that you're not telling yourself it's because I suck now or whatever. I don't think you would, but I understand, like, it's just, you just can't do it. You gotta save it up because things are not looking great in the US especially. I mean, it is kind of wise to try to diverge some investment because things could get really bad in the US in the coming decade. Right, and I'm rooting for you guys. I mean, I'm rooting for Flat Earth Sage. I hope that his farm is like really gonna hit it off more and more. He seems to be really building it. And LSG was doing great. He's probably just like spending a lot of time with his daughters now because he had kind of like been divorced from them, wasn't able to see them because of his ex-wife. Crazy situation. And well, last time I heard from him, he was actually engaging with them. And so he's probably just spending all his time with them. And I completely understand, because he's been missing out for quite a while and it makes him very lonely. So he's now just fully engaged with that probably. That's probably why I haven't heard from him in ages. I just hope he's doing really good. He deserves it. He's a really cool guy. And yeah. And Gaining Wisdom also has been a good friend. Interesting conversationalist, very sharp. Has some deeper insights. He's probably really busy now. I hope that things are alright with him too. Yeah. And Blue Pill Evolution, I did hear from him, and he's been through some rough financial situations. I'm not gonna share the details, of course. That's private. But yeah, he's also doing just fine. And I'm glad that he's still managing to get around. And yeah, I wish him the best as well. And yeah, all the other people that have like kind of hung around, like Skeptic936, who's been like a Patreon supporter. I haven't like actually heard from him directly in ages. I don't know if he actually watches my show still, but I hope he's doing well. And yeah, the other people that have been following me, whose names are eluding me. I don't know, yeah, because I don't really communicate with them. So I hope you're all doing well. And thank you for all the support over the years. I know it's probably not as amazing or interesting as it used to be, because it's like I am at this point where I've basically shared everything I could. I've gone through the entire flat earth subjects. Like I have, since the plateau earth model idea, which is still interesting really. If somebody would be like, hey, what about this plateau earth? What is that? I'd love to like bring it up again and talk about it. I haven't really gotten that much curiosity about it. But it just seems like, yeah, I've thought up everything I could about what could be possibly out there. And I can't really think of anything else that would make sense that it could be out there. So it's like, it just feels like it's all been saturated, it's all been done now. Like every possible imagination that would make a little bit of sense even is now been thought up and conceptualized, and I've shared all of it. Right. And I just hope to still, I don't know, have some relevance. Probably not that much with yeah, my views on geopolitics. I do kind of like, I am playing a game with it that I'm like just trying to call what's gonna happen based on my visions and just my insights based on what's coming out. And I hope you appreciate that. Not getting a lot of arrogance up over it, but I hope you guys appreciate it. I mean, if you're gonna tell me like, hey, I don't really like it, I will take note of it. But I mean, not if you're just gonna be a troll asshole about it, because I sometimes get these troll emails where they're just being really rude, right? If you're a person that has genuine concerns and interest in my shows and you're like gonna criticize me, that's fine. It's like, give your opinion, like, I don't like this subject, or you're not doing that great with that. But if you're then just gonna be nasty on top of that, like, why would I take it serious then? Right? If you got some criticism, that's okay, you can share some criticism. But if you're just gonna be like, oh, well, now that I've started doing that, I'm just gonna be fully fucking nasty and call you completely stupid and all that. Like, yeah, well, then I'm not gonna take the criticism then, right? If you're just an asshole, why would I care what you're gonna say? Because it's gonna probably be completely deceptive anyway. So, yeah, I don't get a lot of feedback. Oh, hello, Barney. Welcome back. How's your day? Hope you're doing okay. The stream is stable today, so good to see you. I'm 1 hour in. Anything you would like to share or ask? I'm up for it, because I've pretty much rolled out everything subject-wise that I could think of. So let me know in the chat. Also, if you have some feedback or criticism about my show, what I've been doing thus far, yeah, feel free to share it. Crap. Just don't do that, and then having any kind of criticism is fine. Let's go, okay. Just joined. Got off a long shift. Yeah, where are you at, by the way? Are you in the US? Because if so, then I take it you just had a night shift. So you're like a nighttime worker? Is that what it is, Barney? Anyway, again, to everybody that has supported me over the years, I really thank you. I'm not gonna be resentful or anything that you can't do it anymore. And I just want to thank you for supporting me over the years, and it's okay if you can't do that anymore. Although, if anybody else out there is moving in and is like, hey, this guy's kind of interesting, wow, he has a long record, oh, he has a lot of trolls too. If you're like, hey, I'd like to support you, dude, I could definitely use it, because I don't want to stop doing these shows, right? I want to continue doing this. I like it. But without, yeah, regular support, it's going to be very difficult to keep doing it without taking days off to do work on the side and all that. And I mean, I am actually starting that. New Mexico, right. All right. Right, and anybody that's hearing this and is like, oh yeah, you know what, I want to support, well, you can do that through the links in the description box, primarily the PayPal, but I'm still looking for somebody. It's been months now, I'm still looking for somebody to actually try out the gift card thing. It hasn't happened yet, which is kind of disappointing. Would be extremely helpful just to find out whether it's even possible or not, because I don't know if it would work, like if somebody out of the country would do that, or if it only works inside the country. I don't know at this point, and I'm not gonna find out until somebody actually tries it out. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that will happen in the not too distant future. Steel City. How many shows do you have left? No, it's not like I'm just gonna completely never do the show again. But I mean, I've discussed it for like over a year, the possibility that I would like get work on the side, and then I wouldn't be able to do a show every day anymore. What are you talking about? You mean my sweater? That's just my sweater. You call the late shift the blue shift? Okay, I didn't know that, never heard of that. Anyway, good to have you guys in the chat. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing fine. I'm okay. I'm a little tight because I mean these are like the last few days till the welfare money gets back in again, and hopefully that will be somewhere. I'm hoping today, but I mean it could be like up till Saturday, and I'm kind of tight. I'm like almost completely out of tobacco, and that's like $5 left, and I have to like really invest it wisely. There is nothing here. Or do you mean the dagger? This thing? Oh man, it's really dusty by the way, but yeah, that's my dagger. I mean, it's been sitting there forever. God, I gotta clean this thing off. It's dirty as hell. Man, this thing is dirty as shit. Alright. But yeah, that's just sitting there. It's an emergency dagger. Really sharp. I don't really use it, but could. It's sex toy. Okay. Well, hey, that's in your mind though. I mean, I literally made it. I guess you could think of it as a sex toy, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's gross, also. You forget forged that? Forged? Yeah. No, I'm technically a goldsmith, not really doing anything now, but yeah, I made that like 15 years ago. Like I didn't make the blade, I got the blade and then I made the the grip. It's ebony, wood, and silver. Yeah, it's only, yeah, I should have like a sheath for it, or a scabbard. I just never got to that. But it should have one. Maybe at some point, I'm thinking that at some point I might get that. I would prefer leather. But I've just never gotten to that, and it's not like I got the money to spare to like do that at this point. So right, I would definitely prioritize, I don't know, clothes that don't have holes in them. Made the hilt, combined the two. Yeah. I mean, I could show you if you like. Why not? mean, it's pretty basic. It's just different pieces. It's literally mounted with the bolt. And it's 3 pieces. Man. This piece. And this part is really simple, but I mean it works, and I'm very proud of it. Trade for me. Fuck you, Sammy boy. You ain't getting shit from me. No way. I'm not trading this. Especially for weed, dipshit. You wouldn't be able to afford it. Is that legal? Europe and everything. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna walk with that on the street. Right? I mean, you're not. If I would like just take that with me and just walk out there in the open with it, yeah, that I could get in trouble for that. But I don't do that. It's very simple. It's not practical either, so it's kind of like a bit oversized. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm not selling anything here. Somebody brought a normal pocket knife to an office? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, of course, like, don't bring it to the office. That seems quite evident. You shouldn't do that. You bet that thing could do some damage? Yeah, it could. It can literally penetrate armor. It's like an armor piercing blade. And yes, the cork is to prevent it from basically doing damage because it's very sharp. The point, that is, mostly. I mean, the blade is fine, but yeah, the point is sharp, and so I keep the cork on it. No, did I say IR? No. Why would I say IR selling? No, I'm not selling things. That's right. I'm not. This is not a shop. I don't sell things that I have here. No. That's why I don't just show things, because this is not like a shop. This is not a sales stream like, oh, look what I got, you can buy this. No, that's not what I'm doing here. I mean, I may recommend certain products sometimes, but you're gonna have to then find and order them by yourselves. I don't sell anything here. I don't have products for sale. Just words, thoughts, and I mean, spiritual, psychological services perhaps, but no products. Although I have actually considered that maybe I could like sell supplements of some kind. Specific supplements that I would brand for myself and then like sell them on the stream, like talk about them and like, hey, you can order this here, order this. But I mean, that would be a real break of format with how the shows worked. It would seem really inappropriate. It would literally seem like selling out of the concept that I've been doing for over a decade now, and I don't want to. It just feels wrong to do that. Oh, the stream cut out. My things would catch a fair price. Yeah, I don't care, Steel City. Please don't even say. Like, nothing here is going to be sold. Like, I'm holding on to this shit, and then nothing is gonna make me. Nothing is gonna make me sell any of it. What? Rhino? What the fuck is that about? No, that's not a supplement, dude. Why the hell would I sell rhino horn? That's retarded. Oh, yeah, okay, Barney Cow, but I mean, you're in the US though, so that, yeah. That's legal and culturally more accepted over there, so not over here in the Netherlands though. Alright, anyway, it's good to have a bunch of people in the chat. I hope you're liking the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking it. Maybe give some counterweight to these stupid troll bots. So pointless that they do that. Okay, Barney, yeah, seems like you're like fully loaded. All those weapons and all that. But, yeah. Not here, though. We don't have any of that here. Right. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, if I'm ever gonna sell supplements here, Steel City, it's gonna be, well, things that I would take. So maybe like some kind of vitamin C, some combinations of like fish oil, turmeric, and something. Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't really made up my mind too much about what I would do, because a lot of new things have come onto the market and it's all just kind of new to me. But yeah, it would, if I'm ever gonna sell supplements at some point, it will be supplements that I take myself, which I still do, and not things like rhino horn. I mean, it's well, first off, that's just really, really illegal.
Is this not why you are here?
Okay. What the fuck are you talking about? A child-sized bow? Dude. Okay, well, you're banned. Don't talk to me like that, asshole. Why do they always have to do that at some point? It's just... why? What invites me for people to just act like a complete asshole like that? I don't get it. Like, it just seems so strange that a ton of people have that tendency to do that. Like they need to put me down, degrade me in some way, and I don't get it. Like, why would I need that? According to anybody, like, can't you see that, like, I'm not rich or anything. Like, what do I have that would make you do that? Why would you need to do that towards me? I don't get it. Just don't understand. Man, I'm getting really hungry, by the way. I don't know. Let's see. Lunch soon. Right. But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the show. It's been pretty decent. I'm gonna watch back because I am like I watch back more of my shows now because I want to do better. Because I've had a couple of shows where I would watch it and just be like, my God, you sound all mumbly and you're just not barely audible. Like, that's not good. I don't want my shows to be like that. That sucks. So I am like trying to put a bit more effort in it and try to keep it as fluid as I can. I want to overall avoid ending up like 15 minutes of silence where I'm just scrolling, because that's stupid. I should just not do that and save it for like after the show is over, and then if I find anything interesting, just like post it in the chat, and then I can treat that in the show, the next show. But like I'm doing my best to like make it a bit better. And yeah, when I do got good subjects to discuss, my show is pretty good. I mean, I like kind of listening to me. Sounds weird, but I do. And it's a whole damn lot better than it used to be. Because when I was like a teenager or whatever, yeah, there was recording things. Sometimes I would hear my voice back when I was just talking, and I'd be like, oh my God, that's horrifying. Like horrifying to me to listen to that. Just the way my voice sounded, how I used it, and just all these kind of impulses that bypass my consciousness as I'm actually doing it. Like I didn't notice. And like the way that I communicate has really improved since. And yeah, I am on average a little bit expressive, which is fine. It actually works well until I get like irritated, and then I like overkill the expressiveness, and that becomes annoying again. And I think that when I do that, that really gets under the skin of certain types of people that are just getting like allergic responses, and they just have to like talk shit to me or something when I do that. I think that is really what does that. So I have to be kind of careful with my natural expressive levels to not start overdoing it when I get irritated, because to me it's default, it's normal. Like this is the actual normal way to talk, with extra expressiveness in it. Just that's literally normal to me. That's normal. But tons of people out there, for them it's not normal. Yeah, you upgraded your voice from 8 to 16-bit audio. Okay. What? That's a weird thing to say. It wasn't like the sound quality that made my teenage voice sound bad. It's just the way that I composed myself. That sucked. Do I ever get feedback, positive or negative? Yeah, sometimes. It's rare though. And it's also just a different class of people in a way. Like some people, they just don't mind that I can sound a little bit annoying, probably because they themselves have that Like, they sound a bit annoying too, and so they know what that's like, and they're not gonna complain about it because they have it, and they're like trying to figure out how to be less annoying to people. And I might be inspiring to them that at least I'm trying. So that's a separate class of people. And then there's others that don't really pay attention to that as much because they just only care about, well, the actual things that I'm saying, the sharpness of my insight, and then they appreciate that a lot. Because I bump into those people, especially like in the middle of discussions, like yesterday when the whole scientific method was being discussed again, and I bumped into it and I started to get involved. Like, yeah, there were people that really appreciate me because they know I'm really good at that. I've had years and years of training through FED, so I'm really tight with that, and they appreciate my expertise. So there's those people that appreciate my expertise, people that appreciate my struggle, and I don't know, there's might be some people out there that God forbid, find me attractive. And I just always hope it's not just freaking gays. Unfortunately, some of them do. It sucks. Because I am not interested ever with that. Right, and sometimes sometimes I get feedback from people like through email or whatever, but they just turn trollish. Like, they make a point that's reasonable and then they just start talking shit. Just like the guy that I just banned, Steel City. It's like, yeah, it says something, and then he just says like, oh, why do you have a child bow behind you? Like, what the fuck? You sound like Mike Shapiro. I have no idea what he sounds like. Probably, really? Probably like Ben Shapiro, right? They're all very little guys, so they have higher pitched voices. Yeah, I'm not a large guy, but I mean, my voice... Like, I have a pretty broad spectrum. Like, I can sound pretty low voiced, but I can also go up very high. At times. So it varies. Sometimes my voice gets a bit higher naturally. Just my vocal cords just become like that, and I just get higher pitched. Not super high, but then I just have higher reach up. And sometimes it gets lower, and then I get more bass-like voice. Today seems to be more of a low voice kind of day for me. So it goes up and down a bit depending on circumstances and my condition. But I mean, I do have decent vocal control. Right, I gotta take a 2-minute break really quick, and I'll be right back after that. Thanks for being in the chat, guys, and I don't know, if you're liking it, don't forget to rubbings it up. See you soon. Getting a bit cold here, by the way. Ugh. Right. Hope everybody out there is having a good day, and here in the Netherlands, don't forget to vote for form of democracy. This municipal voting day. Just do it. I mean, you could say like, it doesn't really matter or anything. That's cool, but I mean, Form of Democracy is a really good group, a good party. They have been like exposing truth. I mean, it's pretty epic. They have been pretty much the group exclusively that's talked about the like Epstein type situations and like satanic ritual abuse and all that. They're like the only ones that have ever brought that like to the floor officially, which is epic. And for me, that's reason enough to bring them in, because whether they can get them out of here, which I kind of doubt that they can at least expose it, right? So if the political parties can't effectively change anything, well, at least they can expose things. That's something. And then maybe they could actually really give the people some control back over the nation. That would be great. I have little hope for it, because we're like we're really drenched in this deep state thing here. But at least they're trying to expose things. So for that reason alone, I think it's worth voting on them. Right? But I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to vote for them, and then when they win, we're going to get all those things we really need. It's probably not. I mean, that would be great, but I doubt it. But at least they expose the terrible things. So that's, for that reason alone, it would be great to have them. What? VN? What? What does that mean? Well, what does that mean? fucking... Okay. Oh, you're making me Google it. You better not be fucking around with me. Political detective or an FBI agent? Okay. Is that what you mean? American slang term for agents of the United States government. Oh, okay. Never heard of that. I guess now I know. Right, so it's like Men in Black. We know that as Men in Black here. That's like a more widely covered description that's international. Hide and work in the shadows. I'm sure they do. That we see our facility. What kind of facility are you at, Barney? I mean, unless it's you can't disclose that. But what kind of facility do you have that they come over there? I mean, are you working on some like high-tech electronics or weapons manufacturing or something? Like, I don't know why the hell government would be paying you a visit with those types. Oh, right. Now I understand it. So you think FBI paid Jeff to visit? You mean Jeffrey Epstein? Or Jeff Bezos? Probably Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein is probably still alive out there. There's a lot of suspicions of that. Also, there is this supposed double of him out there that keeps popping up on videos. And it's like not CGI, it's not AI video generated. It's like a guy who looks exactly like him, who might be him, but I mean, probably not. If he's still out there, then he's probably still doing his thing, and you won't just catch him casually driving a car on the street or something. That's very unlikely. But I mean, the chances that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive out there is pretty damn high. But I mean, he's not gonna be a public figure in any form anymore. Scientific research facility in New Mexico in the desert? Okay. Well, that sounds really mysterious. You working on some UFO tech or something? Or are you like building those drones? I mean, that would make sense, because the US really needs like new weaponry. So I mean, if you'd be building those types of drones, that I literally a picture of that. I have a picture of that here in my feed. If you'd be building those, I would not be surprised, because the US really needs to fill its stocks with new ammunition, like big ammunition, because it's gonna run out of like missiles very quickly. Oh, you're a security guard? Right. It's all above my pay grade. Okay. Fine. Well, don't disclose anything you shouldn't. I just kind of hope it's not gonna be like just a munitions pile or something, because those can actually blow up. Like that happened not too recently, like a couple of months ago. I don't know, where was that not in New Mexico too? Not sure. There was like an ammunitions factory that like really blew up really big in the US recently. I don't know what state it was, but yeah. Around an old war complex and silo? Okay. Oh, so you working guarding a nuclear facility then? Is that what you're doing? A nuclear launch facility? Because you're guarding something that's literally not real then. Just a missile that costs a lot of money and is used geopolitical. Because, like, they don't do anything. Like, nukes are fake. It doesn't matter if you're a supposed nuclear scientist and you supposedly built nuclear bombs. It doesn't matter whether you guard a nuclear bomb launching facility. It doesn't matter if you have secured the launch codes, like you're sitting on those or what. It doesn't matter how many people, if there's thousands or hundreds of thousands of people involved and getting paid in relation to it. They are not real. It's a ruse. It's a geopolitical statecraft. It's an illusion used internationally in geopolitics. No nukes actually work. None of them. They never worked. There's not been a demonstration of an actual nuclear explosion that's real ever. Yeah, they supposedly do nuclear tests and all that. It's all prepped. There's no actual nuclear bomb. It's just, let's just say, a giant warehouse full of explosive dug in. They detonate it. They might have some, I don't know, magnesium flash or something added to it to give the effects that would convince bystanders looking that it's nuclear. It doesn't do anything. And there's no fallout. In the nuclear testing grounds, there is literally no fallout. There should be. There isn't. It's just a big ass explosion to convince everybody that a nuke is real. That's all there is. It's all it ever was. You have missile silos, it has nukes in it. Ooh, it costs a lot of maintenance. It's not real, though. It's just theater. Geopolitical theater. Statecraft. Just telling you. Bio-research? Oh. Okay. That's different then, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sounds creepy. I mean, maybe, yeah. There's a lot of weird shit going on with that. I mean, not like it makes viruses, because viruses aren't real, but you can, like, weaponize bacteria. You can basically condition, train bacteria to absorb a lot of poison that you then, when you deliver those bacteria, they go onto a body and then they start behaving extremely aggressively and unloading like poison, which they are trained to do, and then that's a bioweapon, like anthrax is. It's like weaponized bacteria. They do not stay weaponized. This is like known about it. Like it has a time where it works and then it becomes harmless. Why? Because it's not continually exposed to these toxins. It's the toxins they get used to that makes them weaponized, makes them so toxic and dangerous and poisonous. But as soon as they are not in those toxins anymore, they go back to normal, become normal, functional, assimilatable bacteria again. So that's weaponization of biological material. So yeah, you think that you might be guarding a bioweapons lab. Could be. Creepy. I mean, there are a lot of bioweapons labs like that in the world. Supposedly, yeah, they call it like gain of function research. And then, oh, they create viruses and hybrid viruses. It's all bullshit. Viruses literally do not exist, though. Like, they do not exist. Robotics area? Huh. Okay. Weird. That's a lot of activity. I mean, should you really even be discussing all that out in the open? Because you're giving away quite a bit of detail. I mean, maybe not specifics, but should you even be sharing this? That there's bio research, that there's a robotics area? Is that... Are you even allowed to share that? Anyway, yeah, interesting though. Oh. Alright, alright. No, I just didn't want to get you in trouble, that's all. Right, hope everybody out there is having a good time. Almost 2 hours into the show. And hey, look, it's because I'm interacting with somebody in the chat. Yeah, then I can keep going. Hope you all appreciate it. I feel pretty good. If you like the show, don't forget to Rogan's it up, and yeah, please consider supporting me. That would always be great. I could really use it. Food and all. reported aliens. What? Researching aliens? Yeah. That seems kind of silly. I mean, they might be doing like ancients research. Yeah, they would call that aliens, wouldn't they? But I mean, yeah, who knows what the hell the US is up to? There's like ancients that they find in like mountains and shit, which were old temples and places that got melted and all that. And sometimes they dig it open and then they find like weird elongated headed humanoids, which would officially be called aliens probably, because they can't accept like, no, these were literally other humanoids that have always been there with us. Or some might call them, oh, they're the Nephilim, something like that. And yeah, who knows? I would not be surprised if there is attempts to basically resurrect them, taking taking bio samples of that and seeing if you can like clone them from scratch. And then of course in the official story they would say, oh, they're breeding aliens, right? Oh, they're cloning aliens, but they can't get them to be alive in consciousness, but they got the bodies. But I mean, if there's any truth to that whatsoever, they're basically like trying to respawn the Nephilim then, based on the corpses that they find. Because I mean, there's like Nephilim corpses everywhere in the world. It's spread all over the place. You could almost say like every mountain, like every single mountain in the world may literally have a chance, a 50-50 chance that there is some kind of temple complex in there hidden, buried in there, where there's dead Nephilim from who knows how long ago that are just there. Their corpses or mummies there, right? And the Smithsonian, every time they discover something like that, it's like, oh, we can't go any deeper than this. And then the Smithsonian gets involved and they basically just corner it off and say like, oh, this is no longer available to the public, or they have the whole place flooded. Suddenly they have to build a dam in the region and then it all gets flooded. But they keep it out of people's way. But they're everywhere. You could argue like the entire world is like a tomb of ancient times. And they just keep finding these elongated head humanoids, and who knows what else type of humanoids they find. They might find the no head people that have faces in their chests, which apparently is a real type of humanoid that has actually existed. And who knows, dog people. They may have all actually existed, and they're finding them. They're finding the corpses. What? Board photo of a geographic feature that looks like what you described Plateau Earth. What? What the hell does that mean? So it has a staircase in it? What? That sounds really weird, Barney. Because, I mean, that's basically what Plateau Earth would be. Like a giant staircase with the realm, our known realm and continents on one stair, one piece of stairs on it. Are you saying that their logo looks like that? That's weird. Right, I am gonna round out the show though. I'm getting really hungry. And it's getting cold in here. And it's been nice though talking to you, Barney. But I mean, you probably want to go to bed soon. Since you had an entire night shift. And I don't want to make you accidentally share more than you should. Right, but I do really appreciate the participation and the discussion. It's been nice, and that's why my show is now over 2 hours. Usually it runs like an hour, maybe 15 minutes on top of that. So I do really appreciate you being there. Thanks, and hope to see you again. So thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, gifts, and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over to Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it still. So yeah, please support your local Arwin. That would be great. I will be
Ha 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 ha!